Good afternoon, I'm Francis Osselon and this is your 3 o'clock bulletin. UEFA have opened disciplinary action against Patrice Evra. Evra was sent off before kick-off in the Marseille's Europa League tie against Vitoria for lashing out at a fan. The former Manchester United defender appeared to attack after engaging in a war of words. Our reporter Tom Norris tells us more.
I love this game!
He may love the game, but former Manchester United star Patrice Evra didn't show much love to his fans last night. The Frenchman was sent off before kick-off in Marseille's Europa League match away to Vitoria Guimarães. In a confrontation with fans, Evra was seen aiming a kung fu-style kick at a fan's face. Deja vu, anyone?
A man who has been quite rightly dismissed. A man who has now jumped. Oh my goodness me! He has kicked. He's punched a fan. Eric Cantona has jumped in and scissor kung fu kick a fan.
Eric Cantona was sent off in 1995 for a similar incident at Selhurst Park. After being sent off, Cantona was jeered by fans, so the Frenchman kung fu kicked a spectator. The United striker acknowledged that this was a mistake, but showed little remorse.
I've seen so many players scoring goals. They know this kind of feeling. But this one, a player jump and kick somebody not somebody, Oregon. It's not the kind of thing you see every day. No, it was a mistake. But that's life, that's me.
Evra is yet to comment, but the people of Southampton find it hard to defend his actions.
I don't think physical violence is a good response to being taunted. It's inappropriate escalation of a response, isn't it?
He's a professional, he's on TV, he's getting paid a lot of money to do what he does. He should have that boundary that stops him from doing that, and I believe he should be banned from football for life now.
I don't think you should physically retaliate regardless of the abuse. I don't think it's acceptable to abuse people, but actually there should be proper mechanisms to address that, and part of being a professional footballer is about being a role model to other people.
Far and being racist to a player, the player should humble himself. You know what I mean? He's a big player. He's mature enough to humble himself to control his anger.
UEFA have now opened an investigation into the incident, and now the French side will start to think of how long they're going to be missing the left-back.
Portsmouth could finish off a great week by progressing to the second round of the FA Cup. Pompey travelled to Luton Town in the first round tie after beating Crawley earlier in the week in a Chequers trophy. Defender Matt Clark was nominated for Player of the Round after a stunning goal in a 3-1 victory at Fratton Park. Eastleigh have made the most of the weekend's FA Cup ties by rearranging a fixture. The Spitfires had to call off their tie against Chester after a corner of their pitch was deemed unplayable. But the game will go ahead this Saturday at the Silver Lake Stadium, where Eastleigh to rise up to 14th with a victory. Jose Mourinho can breathe a sigh of relief before his return to Stamford Bridge on Sunday. The Manchester United manager said his tax fraud case has been closed. He was accused of owing up to £3 million in image rights revenue during his time as Real Madrid manager. England squad was announced earlier this week, and some of our South Coast clubs saw players included. Reporter Dom Pont tells us more.
Another Premier League weekend is upon us, and England players are at the centre of attention after the senior squad was announced this week. Southampton host Burnley at St Mary's, but Fraser Forster will not be joining up with the Three Lions after the game. Manager Mauricio Pellegrino respects the decision of England boss Gareth Southgate.
I had to respect the opinion of the manager. He knows better than me how they are competition in the squad. Fraser got a huge competition in this place. You got up and down all the time.
Saints defender Ryan Bertrand was included as part of the side. Another player shelved by Southgate was Bournemouth's Jermaine Defoe. The veteran striker has only scored once this season, but head coach Eddie Howe isn't worried about Defoe's form.
Jermaine's fine. I think he'll have a big part, I've always said, in our season. He's already, scored a very important goal. He's had other chances to score. And again, the team has to create and be able to supply him with the chances that he needs.
England's international team face Germany and Brazil at Wembley Stadium next week.
The Ashes begins this month, and Hampshire have 2 players in Australia for the first 5 Test series. James Vince and Mason Crane are in Australia as captain Joe Root leads England in the Ashes series for the first time. The skipper is keen to remind Australia, who currently hold the urn.
There's been a lot of talk about last time round we're a completely different side, and so are they. Now, of course they will try and bring up all sorts of stuff like that, but we've obviously played a lot of cricket since then, and we've played against Australia since then as well, and that went quite well for us. So hopefully we'll be able to do the same.
David Goffin will become the first Belgian singles player to participate in ATP tennis finals. The tournament will showcase top stars for Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer and young talent Alexander Zverev. The event will be held at the O2 from the 12th to the 19th of November. Southampton local Mike Brown has been included in the team for the upcoming autumn internationals. As Brown retains his place, winger Semesa Rokodugoni has been recalled after he was thrown out of England's summer camp. Head coach Eddie Jones said Rokodugoni has improved a lot recently.
He's gone back to his club, he's worked on certain areas and really progressed, so there's opportunities for him. And Denny's a guy that we brought in Argentina. He's fallen in the pool a few times and now he's out and ready to compete.
England's rugby league team faced a new test tomorrow against Lebanon. In their previous encounters, England lost to host Australia, whereas Lebanon shocked France. Head coach Wayne Bennett has just one change for the second Group A clash. Tyson Fury will welcome the chance to fight Anthony Joshua at Wembley next summer. The former heavyweight champion claims he will make a comeback like legend Muhammad Ali for the potential showdown, but Fury will have to wait for a final ruling on a suspended drugs ban. Madison Square Garden will host plenty of Brits this Saturday night as Michael Bisping heads to UFC 217. The Mancunian defends his middleweight title against Canadian Georges St. Pierre.
George is a very good wrestler, but do you know what the best takedown in the game is? A left hook. That's how I won this belt, and that's how I'm going to keep hold of this belt.
The potential of London having the NFL as a franchise is in jeopardy. This comes after subpar performances from franchises that showcase the sport in the capital. We'll have more on this story at 4 o'clock. It's another disappointing night for Lonzo Ball. The Los Angeles Lakers fell to Portland Trailblazers, while the rookie did not make a single bucket. The youngster will be looking to bounce back against the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow night. So Ben Aisley will be hoping his Land Rover bar team can bring back the gold for Britain in this week's Foval Ocean race. The Hampshire local will look to replicate fellow Brit Ian Walker's success in the competition back in 2014. Future managers took to the chair this week as Football Manager's 2018 edition was released. In this year's version of the game, some automatically generated players have the ability to come out as gay, a feature praised by LGBT activists. We have our reporter Jacob Porter in the studio joining us now. How are you doing, Jacob? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
So, can you tell us more on the impact that this new feature will make to the football world and to the football game?
So it's come under a large amount of praise for this, and obviously we spoke to people from the Arsenal LGBT fan group, and they were very in favour for it. Obviously we also spoke to members of the public in Southampton, and they were very sort of for it as well. But obviously there were a few that acknowledged that this might sort of help players shy away from it even more with the sort of added pressure of it, because obviously you still get a lot of fans giving you stick sort of on like a weekly basis at some clubs in particular, but the overall consensus has been quite good. Do
you think that will encourage more players to come out, or do you think it will probably put them more in a hiding place?
I think it will encourage them to come out, but I think it's still, obviously it's just the added pressure and the intense like media that's put a lot of pressure on, obviously, because if a player in the, say, Premiership did come out, they would become under a lot of pressure from media outlets all around the world.
What other impact could this new feature have in general?
I mean, I think it personally, it can only be a good thing. I mean, you can't go wrong. Then sort of Football Manager, a worldwide game, and a lot of people play it, and it can only be a good thing for the game, to be honest.
Thank you for talking to us, Jacob. Thank you. You can listen more on the 4 o'clock package for more on that story. Right, we go back to our main stories of the day. And UEFA have opened disciplinary action against Patrice Evra. Evra was sent off before kickoff in Marseille for a Europa League tie against Vitoria for lashing out at a fan. The former Manchester United defender appeared to attack after engaging in a war of words. Our reporter Tom Norris tells us more.
We just have to play that. Bye.